pages. So this is something that we're using to advertise the webinar that we're attending right now. So
terrific.
It's pretty exciting that we're able to get the word out at so many different levels.
That's great. As a matter of fact, looking at the high level of users with social media, from our polls, it doesn't surprise me that they're so savvy. So that's good stuff.
Great.
And our third question in the survey, and then we'll talk about it. What kind of success have you had monetizing social media? So please select all that apply. But have you made money with it? Have you got a referral from it? And I made the assumption during an earlier part of our talk that many of you have gotten some leads or have become top of mind thanks to what you're doing with social media. Obviously, we're all on the call to figure out ways to get more out of that. So what kind of success have you had monetizing your social media? And we'll close that out in a moment here, and then we'll see the results, and then we'll talk about some summary points of how we can make sure that we're investing in our time appropriately.
Josh,
yeah.
This is Andy. I think that this question is so important because it goes back to the goals that we were talking about on the last webinar, and using sales and marketing goals to be very focused about where is it that you want to get the company to go. And ultimately, it all comes down to, can you make money doing what you're talking about doing? And can you get the marketplace to pay you for the services that you offer, because they're both aware of what you have and they're willing to engage with you. And so this is back up into that pipeline that we're building, and we're turning the spigot on back in Alaska and waiting for the oil to come out in New York. And you have to think very long term, but you also have to be willing to put the time and energy into measuring what you're getting so you know what's working.
Absolutely. Well, these results kind of say why we're all interested in social media, because there's a lot of people out there that are engaged in it. Almost all Americans have it that are on the internet are on Facebook at least once a day. So there's a big audience. So 500 million. And we just need to, find new ways to make money with it. And we see in these results that only 27% of you have never gotten a lead from social media. So that's a good sign. Obviously, these numbers could get better, and this is what we all have to work to do. And I think as social media marketing actually evolves and new methods and new best practices get developed, these numbers are going to get better and better. But if there's one takeaway from today, is that these are channels that people are actively engaged in. And if we can leverage it for top-of-mind awareness, that's how we're going to make money on it. You can drill down even further with Facebook-only or Twitter-only coupons and measure it and track it. And those are the types of things that you can do, and many companies are doing that. In fact, I was listening to a radio show locally, and they announced a new artist for their K-Fest concert, and the only way you could find out is if you became a fan of the Morning Personalities Facebook page, and that's where the information was. Well, think about some of the marketing tactics that you can do through Facebook and other social media channels that can be specific to drive revenue. So those are the things we can do, and what I'm advising my clients is that it's another touch point that you need to be in the game with. Occasionally there's an application where you can have coupons and et cetera. It really depends on your type of business. It would certainly apply if you were a business-to-consumer type company. But really the top of mind is really the number one priority with these vehicles. Secondly, search engine optimization being in there important as well. So leveraging social media, the key is to monetize it and to, as much as we can, track it, drive leads and make new contacts, top-of-mind awareness. It's a channel or channels for a steady drumbeat of your messages, and make frequent updates that, depending on what you can do with Facebook and Twitter, multiple times a day is not a bad thing. At least once a day would be terrific. And like I said, a year ago we were saying once a week, so that's how far we've come. And it can really move the needle. And as you have marketing platforms that whether you're in print or radio or business-to-business publications like HVBiz or wherever you may be, it can be a component that reinforces all your other marketing. And search engine optimization and website traffic, these are key components in 2011 for us to make sure that these are working for us and driving people to your website and creating that awareness. And it's only the beginning. So that is leveraging social media. And Kathy, are there any more questions?
Not right now. This would be a great time if anybody has any unanswered questions floating around in their head. Just type it in real quick because we've got Josh and nobody in front of you. Oh, look, something just came in. What do you think is the best amount of tweets per day? I read somewhere that 22 is the perfect amount of tweets, but that seems ridiculous.
Yeah, I think on a corporate basis, a couple a day is fine. That number may change a year from now, but I think you just need to be in the game. I think it depends on the industry that you're in too. For example, if you're CNN and there's constant news updates, they should be updating frequently throughout the day because as stories evolve, that's perfect. But if you go to a plumbing company, a couple of tweets a day, you're in the game. It's part of your mix. There's search engine aspects. Maybe there's an article on your industry that you want to send a link to that article. I'm not quite sure that it really depends on the type of industry that you're in. And you also want to be relevant. You don't want people to stop following you because you constantly post things that aren't really substantive. Not that everything has to be. But I do think you can create clutter that can mess up your number of fans or followers.
Okay. The next question we got is, should you be posting the same things on the blog, Facebook, and Twitter?
Yes. Well, definitely Facebook and Twitter. Your blog has more content. One method that can work very well is your Facebook and Twitter accounts are more of updates and, little snippets of things that are important or things that might be of interest. Your blog can have more substance, and after the blog is done, let's say you do it once or twice a week, you post that link to the blog, and that provides that cross-platform promotion. So I think they're all intertwined. It's just that how much, I think the real substantive postings should be led by the blog.
Okay, that sounds great. The next question we have is, how do you feel about promoting a healthcare company through social media?
It's absolutely a great thing to do. We have a lot of clients in healthcare, and the people that healthcare clients patients that walk through the door come from many sources. On the business-to-business level, they come from physician referrals. And by the way, I'm not sure what type of healthcare practice or facility that they have, but they come from business-to-business referrals or referrals in the community, whatever it may be. And then there's the direct end users, the patients. So those business opportunities for the healthcare facility or practice are very broad, at least in most cases. So I think there's total relevancy for Facebook and Twitter and blogging to be there. There are many times that we write a blog that isn't necessarily associated with, I know this is going to get in the newspaper on Friday. That blog just helps my SEO, my search engine optimization, and I put it on my Facebook and Twitter. It has complete relevancy. And that's what we do with a lot of our clients with PR. A lot of times we write softer news stories that, about a new client, and we know the papers probably won't pick it up. But it's just part of a bigger picture of search engine optimization and that top-of-mind awareness. So I really have not come across an industry that Facebook or Twitter is not relevant. Even most governments have a presence with that as well. So if government can have a Facebook page, I think that it's totally relevant for a healthcare business.
That's great. The next question we've got is, my business does about $1 million a year. Should I hire someone specifically dedicated to social media?